Lord, you have the wrong person. Welcome to CITAM Church Online. My name is Jotham Munene, the senior pastor at CITAM Gong, and I'm glad that you're watching this video. Welcome. Lord, you must have the wrong person. This was essentially the message Moses was trying to give God in Exodus chapter 3 and into chapter 4. You know, the burning bush experience. God said that he has called Moses, and Moses said, "Apana, I am not the one you are looking for." But he was the right one. He gave excuses to God. Excuses like, "I cannot speak very well." In fact, he said, "I stammer." And then he told God, "Even since you started talking to me, up to now, I still cannot talk very well." And God asked him, "Tell me, who made man's mouth?" In other words, who gives the ability to speak? It is God. And basically, God was telling him, "You are able to do it." And he kept complaining until God said, "Okay, we'll give you another person to help you speak, your brother Aaron." Have you ever thought that you are the wrong leader? You are the wrong person to fit in the place that you've been put as a leader? Well, I have. For example, when I was elected to be the CU chairman in my school, I was sure that the former chairman rigged me in because he seemed to have prepared the environment for me to be the winner. But looking back, I can tell you, definitely God had his hand on me. So when you feel inadequate, it's actually a good sign that you are probably the right person. And others can see what sometimes you cannot see. But most importantly, God can see that you are the right person for the job that he has called you to. The fact that the job is difficult or challenging does not mean you are not the right person. It just means that you are the right person for that tough job. Let me give you a few ideas that Moses was actually the right person. First of all, he saw the burning bush, from Exodus chapter 3. Do you know that in the wilderness, fires flare up all the time? And so it's not a big deal for you to notice a burning bush. In fact, the only different thing with this burning bush is that the bush was not being consumed. So, if you are not very attentive, you would have just moved on and not noticed that there is a spectacular thing happening. That tells us, first of all, that Moses was able to think beyond his problems. I mean, living in the bush, away from your family, with a death sentence on your head, is not easy. And what we tend to do is to all the time think about our problems. We cannot notice that there is a burning bush. We cannot smell the coffee, as they say. We cannot notice that other people exist and they need our attention. We cannot notice that we could be a solution to things in our country. And so the fact that Moses was able to identify that this bush was burning in a different way tells me that he is a leader, because leaders see opportunities, leaders see things. They see people's plight, they see people's need, they notice what needs to be questioned or what needs to be clarified or what needs to be questioned. And therefore, indeed, Moses was a good leader. Of course, he had a lot of excuses, but that's okay. Actually, another sign that you are the right person is when you think you are not the right one. Sometimes you may actually feel you are the right one, but it's rare. So especially when you feel you are not in the right place, it's the time to know, maybe God has placed me here for this role. The other thing we see is that though Moses was not aware of it at the time, God had already placed people in his path. His brother, in fact, when you read there, it says, your brother is already coming to meet you. So, even though you feel inadequate, God has already sent somebody to meet you. God has already sent somebody to encourage you. God has already sent somebody to give you some information that you need. God has already sent a scholarship your way. And even his sister, was again another help to him. Therefore, for all you know, God already thought about the things that you think mean that you are not the right person for the job. Now, actually, God's answer to Moses when he kept complaining was that I will be with you. And today I'd like to tell you who has been called by God to some place of leadership in the church, in the marketplace, in politics, in business, and you feel inadequate, don't worry about it. God is going to be with you. If you are feeling inadequate, welcome to the club. I invite you to just depend on God. Tell God, if you walked with Moses, you can walk with me. Now, that's all for today. We would like to hear your comments. And please drop us a comment, a question, anything using the social media platforms listed below, and we'll be happy to engage with you. Thank you again for watching. This has been Jotham Munene talking about leadership through the life of Moses and how you may think you are not the right person, but God has his hand on you. God bless you. Thank you for watching. This is CITAM Church Online.